All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another stream to do today. The new One Punch Man chapter is out, and it's time to do what I do best. So let's begin, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reaction of the newest chapter of One Punch Man. We got chapter 197 today, so let's see what happens when Flashy Flash and Sonic team up to take down the Tenin Party. So, let's begin with Punch 197. Yeah, that's right. As we have the Tenin Party surrounding both Flash and Sonic, with Flash going, "Boss is gonna wake up? What's that mean?" And this is the Tenin Party saying this, because Flashy Flash says, like, well, since the Master's about to wake up, what are you gonna do now? And hope you guys can't hear it in the background. There's a major storm that's been whipping through here ever since early this morning, and it has not let up. But the members of the Tenin Party are going, "Boss is gonna wake up? What's that mean? Are they trying to confuse us because they think we're too much for them? They think we're too much for them? Losers like them make no sense. If you want to sow confusion, do it like this." As this one member of the Tenin Party grabs like a whole armful of debris and throws it into the air. "Rubble Tonjutsu!" And he throws it in the way of Flashy Flash and everyone else sees it, and they dash out of the way, and they start using the rubble to rebound off of the rubble itself, and they start jumping around Flashy Flash and Sonic. And Wind and Flame, still bound by the rope that can straight up kill them if they move too much, they're just thinking, three-dimensional attacks off of airborne debris? Only the Ninja Village elites are able to do that. And it shows Flashy Flash. It shows Flash and Sonic defending from members of the Tenin Party who are using this airborne debris to, randomly attack both of them. But it's not really doing too much, with Sonic going, "Showing off in front of the lower ranks. What poor teamwork, man." That trick is old. As they're deflecting, as Flash stomps on the ground and it kind of craters the ground, and then Flash jumps high into the air, much to the surprise of Sonic. And then Flash, using the same debris, jumps high into the air, and one person from the Tenin Party is preparing to jump off of this piece of debris that Flash is aiming for, and then Flash immediately hits this dude while he's still on the piece of debris preparing to launch off at high speeds. Remember, they're moving faster than the eye can perceive, and Flash has already caught up to one guy trying to launch off a piece of debris, and he hits this guy with Flashy Kick. And everyone is surprised as Flash jumps off of another, and he starts bodying everyone who's using this debris that's still in the air. Mind you, all of this debris is in the air. Gravity exists, and therefore, things are falling. But Flash is moving so fast that everyone is still airborne, and he's rebounding every single one off of. He's rebounding off of every single one of them and bodying everyone who's already taken it as a foothold. He's just bodying everyone. Bing, bing, bang, bing, bing. He's just hitting everybody. And all we see is just the explosion of the debris being destroyed in the air. And then we have one member of the Tenin Party going, "He's breaking all our footholds! Why you?" And the same dude who got a whole bunch of this rubble and rocks and threw it into the air the first time, he tries to throw it at Flash, but Flash dodges all of it point blank. Flash is flying towards the guy. He throws the rocks at him. And while the rocks are barely even 10 feet away from this guy, Flash is already there, rebounding off of those same pieces of debris that the guy has just thrown. And he's right there in front of his face. "How can he move like that?" And Flash kicks him in the face and bodies him. And then Flash, after that kick, he backflips all the way back and then lands. And that's when everything hits the ground. Flashy Flash is too much. He's too much. He's too much. After all that just happened, now everything hits the ground. He took out every single person that was using the debris as a foothold to try and attack both him and Sonic. took out every single one of them, then took out the guy who was throwing the rocks in the first place, did a backflip, and then landed before any single one of them, including the debris, hit the ground. Does a superhero landing, and then everything falls around him. This man is too much. He's too much. And Flash just goes, "Nitwits. The strong naturally acquire such skills without instruction." And then it shows Sonic, who's like trembling because the whole time Sonic has been standing in place. Flashy Flash is the only one who did everything. Strength born of ultimate speed. Wait, strength born of ultimate speed is Sonic's highest ideal. Impossible! I refuse to accept it! How did you train? How? Through experience. But if I have to give advice, I'd recommend giving up on foolish pride. And Flash remembers back when he was fighting Spermatozoon during the whole assault on the Monsters Association hideout. And then Sonic is just bothered by Flash. And he walks over and goes, "Yeah, that's right." Now both nostrils are bleeding. "Shut up! Wounds are a badge of honor." As it shows Sonic standing there still clenching his fist and trembling. And then Flash slightly smiles and goes, "Don't worry, you'll improve." "Don't be so arrogant! You've gotten a tad better over the years. So what?" They're the proudest of all. Yup. This was really just a showcase of just how strong Flash is compared. Just how Flash is. Just how powerful Flash is compared to Sonic. This really was just a flashy Flash showcase. Thought the chapter would come out tomorrow. I kind of thought so as well. But I kept an eye on it because it said it was coming out in 2 days and then a couple of hours. So I made sure I had a thumbnail ready so I could get this started just in case the chapter dropped while I was reading Fire Force. And I'm glad that I did that because I was able to start this literally a couple minutes after I just finished my Fire Force read-through. Good to see you, Ogata-san. This really was just a whole chapter to showcase that Flashy Flash really is that man in terms of his speed. What you mean, and I know we see crazy things happen in One Punch Man all the time. We see it happen all the time. Literally anything that Saitama does, it's pretty much the peak. But anyone who's underneath him that still can do ridiculous stuff deserves to be recognized. And Flashy Flash has shown that this man is not just, inhumanly fast, but faster than comprehension. How do you see someone throw rocks, tons of debris in the air, then watch other ninjas bounce off of these in an attempt to attack you, say, "All right, bet," jump in the air, and then find and hit every single one of these ninja on the very spots they land on immediately at such a speed that everything appears to be going as if time has stood still. And then you go for the guy who threw the rocks in the first place, and you still blitz him, even when he throws rocks in front of you, point blank, mind you, you jump off of these same rocks that are no more than a couple of feet away from the guy after he's literally just thrown them. The rocks haven't even left the panel. You bounce off of those and immediately body the guy with just one swift kick. While all that's happening, you backflip off of him and then do like a superhero pose in the middle, and that's when everything resumes and falls and hits the ground. You showing off. You're just showing off. And this is all while Sonic was still in the same spot they were defending themselves in. Sonic didn't even respond. That's how fast Flashy Flash was. So this was just a whole big chapter to showcase that Flash is on a whole nother level. Sure, Sonic would go out of his way to say like, me and Flash, we're on the same level, but I'm better than he is. And this chapter just said like, no you ain't. You is not in the same league. But even Flash says like, don't worry, you'll improve. And he's all like, nah, shut up. See, Flashy Flash, ever since he encountered Spermatozoon and he was pushed to he was really being pushed by Spermatozoon during their fight. This man has seen his own inadequacies and has improved ever since the events of the Monster Association arc. And this man has reached a level of speed that even the ninjas from the very village he was brought up in can't even keep up with. There's not a single person in this ninja village that's capable of keeping up with Flash. And he's classically shown that here, which is what I find so great about One Punch Man. How you can just pay attention to characters who are not even the main characters. I mean, sure, Saitama is the most powerful character in the series. And sure, it's called One Punch Man. But I love how we always have a moment where we focus on people who aren't Saitama. That makes the world feel that much more broader. I love that. But showing Flash here? Nah, you did that to show off. And then you just gonna pose in front of everybody after you done bodied all of them? And there's no one left standing? You got them all? And then you preparing to leave with Sonic while Flame and Wind are still bound up by that poisoned piano wire? He just showed off. He showed off. I like this chapter. I really did. Because now it's like, how can I turn that into a video game? These types of chapters give me that sort of thought. But overall, I enjoyed this chapter. I don't have too much to say about this chapter other than that I fully enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to the next one. But as you know, they tend to release One Punch Man chapters bi-weekly. So, you know. Yeah, it's all that matters. Hold on, sorry. Sorry, I was reading a comment over a post that I made earlier today concerning Kill the Justice League, which I still can't wait to see. It's like Yua is the main character in terms of strength, but we still follow people like Kenpachi and Ichigo. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this chapter, and we just gotta wait until the next one, because I honestly thought that with what was going on with Flashy Flash and Sonic, we were gonna cut away from them and then go see what Blast, Oculette, and Saitama were doing. But it's nice that we continue with Flashy Flash, so it's not like we have to resolve this one thing after we get done with this one chapter. So I'm actually kind of glad that we didn't cut away from that, so that we could resolve this one thing between the Ninja Village and Flashy Flash and Sonic. I'm glad we did that. But overall, pretty good chapter, and I enjoyed it. And now it just makes me wish for a One Punch Man video game where I get to play as Flashy Flash. I want that in a Muso game or action RPG type, ARPG type style. But you know me, I don't know if we'll get it because people like to make fighting games now, but we'll see. Overall, enjoyed the chapter. Let me not keep you here any longer than I already have, because I got to meet up with Gajo, because we got a lot to talk about. But I'm done. Ogata-san and everyone else who tuned in, I just want to say what an honor and privilege it is to be your entertainer, your dramatic manga reader, your voice actor here. All I can say to you is, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, even become a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!